Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In this video we're talking about the fundamentals of AMC. And before we jump into this one, I know what some people are going to be thinking: why are we talking about the fundamentals if this is a squeeze only play? In that instance, don't the fundamentals not matter? Well, there's something to be said for that, but on the other hand, there is also a very important case to be made on the fundamental side of things. This is because we hear the bears saying this one is going down. And bear in mind, the initial reason for the potential of a short squeeze even arising is because of people shorting this stock. So when we see the fundamentals becoming stronger over time, what this shows us is it shows us that obviously the case that the shorts initially portrayed is becoming more and more irrelevant. And on top of that, it shows us that the stock value that we're currently set at is not as ridiculous as potentially even first displayed, because if the company is actually ending up to be worth something, why should the stock be worth 1 penny, right? Now, of course, where the price should be set, that's a different matter, but we're going to jump into the video. Now, do remember, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, it is only my personal opinion. Come to your own conclusions before buying or selling any stocks, as this is only what I believe. So we're going to jump in now and have a look at what we're seeing. Now, slightly irrelevant but still sort of worth mentioning, Nicole Kidman reacts to how much fans love her AMC ad. She did an ad for AMC and people really loved it. And I think this shows, one, the fact you can get somebody like Nicole Kidman to be on an AMC ad, it shows that clearly there is still some value in the company, because of course that is a pretty big name in the space. So yeah, I think that is relevant, and actually the fact that fans love it is good publicity, good person to pick, perfect for the job, and it did the job very well, as people loved the ad. So another good thing for AMC on the front of things. And coming out to the second thing, we have another great piece to look at. Now this one's talking about AMC wanting to turn its movie theatres into virtual concert venues. This was published on the 11th of this month, and if we have a look at the actual plan for it, come down here, we can see in the dark ages before the internet, bell telephone, and the famous tagline, it was the next best thing to being there. So decades later, the classic slogan aptly describes the pandemic era as innovators find ways to pull off big shows without COVID cases emerging from them. And I think this one's pretty easy to wrap one's head around. What it really is it's like concerts but being held in AMC, potentially via the screens. And again, this could also be done via VR as well, so I think it is a really clever idea, and I think it is a way to move into the future. VR is still a very expensive technology, most people don't have it in their homes, so if they can go to the movies and experience such an immersive environment, I think it is something which a lot of people will look forward to and will look to be doing. So it shows that there is still a case for AMC, but more importantly, it shows that there are things going for the company in the future that are going to continue to improve the scenario that the company does find itself in. Because back this time of 2020, the company was struggling significantly. Ever since though, we've had movies like Spider-Man come out, and those movies have absolutely blown it away. And with that being considered, it's a case of now what can the company do to expand, to grow, and to make themselves better and more profitable. And I think that's where things like this come in. It's about utilising the space that they already have and going with some really clever concepts to make people come in for more than just movies, because not everybody is up for movies. Anyway, the next thing that we have is technically a bit more squeeze related. It's coming from this user here, RiggedGov is the @ the name is Tattooed Merm Ape AMC GME. Two different tweets from the same user talk about the free float of AMC, free float of other stocks, and what that is doing, and what we're seeing basically. So Cinemark is a company in a similar space, so it is somewhat relative. It's got a free float figure of 119.6 million. The 1 year volume is just under 1 billion. AMC, now that has a free float of 540 million, so it is significantly higher, but the 1 year volume is 28.9 billion, I believe that is. So when we think about this one in our heads, think about what this means, it's very apparent to see what's going on here. It looks like it is possibly the biggest financial scam ever realized on the middle class. And that's because the share price of Cinemark is about 17.40, share price of AMC is 20. And with these figures as they are, you wouldn't expect something like that to be the case. Now the next one that we have is by the same user. It's talking about the free float of Tesla, free float of Apple. So for Tesla, 803 million, for Apple 16 billion, I believe that is. Yes, 16 billion. And for AMC, $500 million, 540 million that is. So the 1 year volume for these, the 1 year volume for Tesla up here, that is, significantly lower even than what we're seeing for AMC, and the one for Apple is only slightly trailing behind. So what's that all about, right? Tesla and Apple, two of the most popular stocks on the market, two of the most famous, two very successful companies, right? They're big in market cap, especially Apple, but Tesla as well. Very big market cap companies. You'd expect them to have volume figures which are high, but where does AMC come into this? When it comes to the most profitable companies, when it comes to companies with the highest market cap, AMC is nowhere to be seen on that list. It is relatively small compared to these others. So why is it equally high, on par with these two very large companies? I don't think that makes much sense to me. Again, that is only my opinion on what I can see, my take on it. But I don't know what you guys have to say to that. I just think that looks a little bit questionable in my opinion. So as always, it's been a quick video, but what we're doing here is we're doing our best to look at what's going on. Look at the data, look at the facts, making our opinions up based on that. And we have a lot of stuff to look at, and we have a lot of stuff to look at going forwards into the future. So, whilst the whole AMC thing is going on, whilst we have new stuff to look at, I'm going to be here to make videos for you guys, giving you my opinions on stuff, but as always, it is only my opinions, it certainly is not financial advice. So, do your own research, but do stay careful out there, guys, and make sure to be trustworthy in your own research, but do not trust anybody else. I'll see you all again, but goodbye for now. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.